Hi guys, Lena91 here to bring you another video. Today we'll be using a team of Venusaur, Charizard and Poliwrath. So this is the first battle against a Glysker. We have a spicy pig. He gets to a Night Slash before I can get to a Dragon Claw. Because Wing Attack charges up energy so fast. Going for a Blast Burn. He does a lot of neutral damage. Going to farm down. So I have enough energy for Blast Burn on the next Pokemon, which happens to be a Ninth Tail. So going for a Dragon Claw, going for another one because I resist the fire spins. Then I think I go into Poliwrath. I know Ninetales has Side Shock, so I shield up the first one. And then go for an Ice Punch to try to bait the shield. He does shield. So I try to go for another Ice Punch, but he hits me with another Side Shock. I know it won't take me out, so I let it go. So I throw another Ice Punch to try to farm down. Deal some damage and farm down. And he doesn't shield it up, but I get to the next Ice Punch before he can get to a Side Shock. So then I let it go. And then I come in there with Venusaur and farm. And then he has a Lapras in the back and he exits. So that's a good game 1. On to game number 2. Charizard versus Lapras. Isn't the best of the leads because Lapras has Surf and my Blast Burn only does neutral. So I try to build up a bit more of energy before switching out into Venusaur to catch the Surf. And then he goes into Escavalier, which is a bad matchup for my Venusaur. So I go for a Frenzy Plant. You need to get to 3 Frenzy Plants to take it out. And I let this Drill Run go through. So I can hit another Frenzy Plant. Then my opponent makes a mistake here. Instead of going for the Drill Run, he tries to farm me down. So I can get to another Frenzy Plant. Then I go into my Charizard. And then back to back Blast Burn. So see whether he shields up the second one. He does shield up the second one. So I'm clear to shield. Or I let this go down. Then I think I come in here with Poliwrath. Then he has his own Poliwrath. So I go for a Dynamic Punch because shields are down. And then I try to catch the Dynamic Punch on my Venusaur. So I shield up this Dynamic Punch. Good call. So I go for my own Dynamic Punch, but he beats me to it because he farmed down my Venusaur earlier. And then I go for my own Dynamic Punch, which doesn't take him out. Then he switches in his Lapras, so I go for a Dynamic Punch, which will take it out because it's super effective. Then I farm down his Poliwrath using Mud Shots. He nearly got to an Ice Punch, so that was quite close. So on to the third battle. Going in with Charizard against an Ampharos, which is a bad lead. Because Ampharos is an electric type, it's super effective to my Charizard. So I let this Thunder Punch go. Shouldn't be able to KO. Then I go for this Blast Burn, which I don't think will take out the Ampharos, but he still shields it anyway. So I go into my Venusaur because he has no super effective moves against me. Then he goes into his Mud, which is a good thing for me because I can go into Poliwrath. Because the Dark Pulse of the Mud is not super effective against my Poliwrath. So I go in here and get to a Dynamic Punch. Let's see whether he shield this or not. He doesn't shield it, that's good. So I think I shield up this thinking it's a sludge wave. Or not. Gunk shot. It does a lot of damage. So I go and try to farm him down with mud shots alone. Then I shield up this dark powers because it'll take me out because I'm at very little health. So dark powers comes through. I mean dark powers get shielded. Then I think I shield this up because I have a lot of energy. Then I go for back-to-back ice punches. So going for this ice punch. Does a decent amount. Goes for the second one. And then I think I'll switch into Venusaur. Then I'll farm down his Ampharos. And then see what he has in the back. It's a Clefable, which is weak to Sludge Bomb. So this is the first one. He shields it. So I'm trying to go for a second one. I get to it. And it does a lot of damage. And then I'm able to Vine Whip down. So that's a good third game. Now on to the fourth game. It's Venusaur against Electivire. I have to be careful because Electivire has Ice Punch, which is super effective in my Venusaur. So I'm going for a bit of lag there. Going for a Frenzy Plant. Because if it was a Shadow one, would have taken out if I went for a Frenzy Plant. This I'm pretty sure it will nearly take out. So going for it. He shields it. So I think I'll shield this. And then try to go for my own Frenzy Plant. But he switches into his own Venusaur. So I found a bit of energy, then go into my Charizard. This is most likely a Gunk Shot. You do about 60-75% of my health. Oh, it's a Frenzy Plant. So I didn't shield correctly. So going for my own Blast Burn to try and take out the Venusaur if he doesn't shield. If he does shield, I will just mirror and then farm down. So he has an Empoleon. Blast Burn will do neutral because of its Water Steel typing. So going for one right now. And it doesn't connect. So he farms me down. Yeah. Then I think I go in with Poliwrath. Because the Dynamic Punch super effective him. If he will take 2 Drill Packs or 3 Drill Packs to take me out. And then I'm anticipating the switch. So he doesn't switch, so I go for my own Dynamic Punch, which should take out his Empoleon because it's super effective. So now I'm trying to switch into my Venusaur. Going for that Frenzy Plant, it should be able to KO the Electivire at this range. Yep. And that's a good fourth game. So the last battle of this set. And I'm greeted by a Muk. So it's kind of a bad matchup for me. Because he resists my moves, so I go into Charizard. And then he goes into an Ampharos. So I go for a Blast Burn to see whether he shields or not. I'm not trying to bait here. And then it connects. So I think I shield this and farm down. So I have enough energy for whatever comes in next. So he's either gonna bring in the Mug or reveal his next Pokemon. Oh, he gets to a Thunder Punch before I can get to my next charge move or farm him down. So I let it go. Then I go in there with Venusaur and farm down. The switch timer is not nearly up yet. And he's gonna bring in his Mug again. I'm going for a Frenzy Plant to try to chip away at his health. Yeah, and then he shields it. I go in my Poliwrath. And I'm greeted by his own Poliwrath. So I go for a Dynamic Punch. Because I really need to try to bait one of his shields if I am to win in this matchup. So the next one, I'm pretty sure I go for an Ice Punch. Build up to a Dynamic Punch and then go for an Ice Punch. So he throws a Dynamic Punch at me, or he goes straight for the Dynamic Punch. So I go for the Dynamic Punch. See whether he will shield. He probably thought it was an Ice Punch and didn't shield it. So I'm perfectly fine with that. I think I let it go down, then come in with Venusaur and try to farm. So I have half a Frenzy Plant charged up now. Then going against his Mug. This should probably do about 30% of his health. So going for it. That's a good 30-40% of his health. Then going for another one. He will probably shield it. And I don't shield it thinking it's a Thunder Punch because Mug does have Thunder Punch. And it's resisted by Venusaur because of the grass typing. So now move coming through. I shield it up. And it's a Sludge Wave, so I correctly shielded it up. Then going for another Frenzy Plant. And after this is a race to the charge move to try to see who gets to their charge move first, because a Frenzy Plant would take him out at this range. And then I win the CMP time. So going for it, will it take it out? Yes. So that's a good last game. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. And see you in the next video. Bye.